संजय सिंह ने ये बयान क्यों दिया? Why was the party's response initially different? The videos released today could have been released immediately afterwards. This is a question nobody's being able to answer. I can't hear Anmol.
Yeah.
Now I can. Yeah.
The reality is that this is a classic case of malicious prosecution. Why did Sanjay Singh ji issued this statement? Because he believed Swati Maliwal ji blindly, even before any complaint was registered, even before any FIR was lodged. He believed her version. That's why this statement was issued. But even we were shocked when we saw the sequence of events through the videos which are in the public domain today. We were shocked because the kind of the conduct which we have witnessed, I mean, it's contrary to the contents mentioned in the FIR. किस तरह की शब्दावली का प्रयोग किया गया है, विभव जी को गाली दी गई है, और सिक्योरिटी पर्सनल्स which were requesting her कि आप बाहर आ जाइए because you didn't take any appointment, you breached the security, you entered forcefully, you entered unauthorizedly, और अभी आप हमारी बात भी नहीं मान रहे. वो उन्हें कह रही थी कि हम आपकी नौकरी खा जाएंगे. अब आज तो देश के सामने सारा उनकी सच्चाई बाहर आ गई. She is well versed with the legal framework and the technicalities involved in such kind of cases. Then the question which arises are that why didn't she register the complaint that day itself? When she herself called the police, why didn't she register the complaint? And why didn't she get the MLC conducted then and there? 3 दिन बाद वो MLC कराती हैं, 3 दिन बाद वो कंप्लेंट देती हैं. और दूसरी सबसे जरूरी बात यह है कि अगर हम ये मान लें कि जब उन्होंने कंप्लेंट करी 112 पे, तब तक उनके साथ वो घटनाक्रम हो चुका था. और अगर वो घटनाक्रम हो चुका था तो जिस तरह का रवैया, जिस तरह की शब्दावली का उन्होंने प्रयोग किया था, ये तो कुछ और ही दर्शाता है. So this is the reason why in fact, this underscores our commitment to the women's concern, that we believed her blindly. We didn't even ask Vivek for his version.
But are you saying that on the first day, the CCTV camera was, before Sanjay Singh spoke, the CCTV camera that is now in the public domain was not looked at? The video from inside the Chief Minister's residence, which was clearly filmed by someone on the staff, was not looked at?
Certainly.
It was not looked at. Unko blindly...
See, she has been working with us since last 20 years. She has worked in DCW, and the fact is, we believed her. We believed her blindly. We didn't know that it's a conspiracy hatched by BJP, and she's the orchestrator and she's the face of that conspiracy.
And what is your evidence that the BJP has a hand in it? If you can elaborate briefly on that, because I need to go to Anurag and Vivek.
Everyone in this country knows about the standard operating procedure of BJP. The way they blackmail the opposition leaders, the way they file cases against them, and through the misuse of central agencies like the ED, CBI, ACB in Delhi. We all know that there's one DCW recruitment case which is pending before the Honorable Court since 2018. और उसमें जल्द ही फैसला आने वाला है. February 2024 में उसकी सुनवाई चल रही है और जल्द ही उसमें फैसला आने वाला है. तो आखिर सवाल ये उठता है कि जब पार्टी का शीर्ष नेतृत्व, जब हमारे पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जेल में थे, तब स्वाति मालीवाल जी निष्क्रिय क्यों थी पिछले 2 महीने से? Because she has been managed by the BJP. Because
okay,
she's playing in her hands. This is a conspiracy to trap Mr. Arvind Kejriwal.
With apologies to Anurag and Vivek, बहुत briefly, अश्विनी जी, आपका हक बनता है, क्योंकि बीजेपी के पे सीधा निशाना और सीधा ब्लेम किया जा रहा है. बोलिए.
देखिए बरखा जी, एक तो इन लोगों ने पूरा वीडियो नहीं दिखाया, छोटे छोटे वीडियो क्लिप, और वो भी 4 दिन बाद क्यों आ रहे हैं? 4 दिन क्यों इन लोगों को वीडियो जारी करने में लग गया? पहला सवाल ये बनता है. दूसरा, इतने दिन तक ये बाहर रहे तो राघव चड्ढा भी तो बाहर रहे, आज प्रकट हुए हैं कई महीनों के बाद. उसमें अरविंद केजरीवाल जी जेल चले गए, जेल से बाहर आए, वो भी नहीं थे. इसका मतलब हम जो है ये लोग कहना शुरू कर देंगे कि उनको भी गलत, भारतीय जनता पार्टी का वो जो है एजेंट हो गए हैं. ये गलत है. कोई प्रूफ किसी भी चीज का, यही आतिशी जी के ऊपर जब एक बार कुछ दिन खरीद फरोख्त का आरोप लगाया था उन्होंने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर, तो हम लोगों ने पूछा पुलिस से हम लोगों ने पूछवाया कि भाई, पुलिस से हमने कहा कि भाई पूछिए इनसे, पुलिस ने एक नोटिस दिया कि आप आकर अपना बताइए कि कोई एविडेंस हो, भाग गई, नहीं दिखाया। तो ये कौन सी चीज है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी कर रही है? आज तो कहा उन्होंने ना कि भाई हम तो रक्त बीज हैं, हमको पकड़ कर जेल में डालेंगे 100 और पैदा हो जाएंगे। तो ये आज अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने कहा है। ये आरोप लगा के भागना उचित नहीं है, सामना करिए और जो फैक्ट है वो बताइए।
अच्छा, now let's get to the politics.
Can I respond?
Anmol ji, एक minute, please, with request to the AAP and the BJP spokespeople, we have two other guests also. उनको एक बारी मौका तो दीजिए बोलने के लिए. Anurag, the point is, whichever side of the debate anyone is on, Mr. Kejriwal has 21 days out on bail. This is not the way that he would have wanted to spend those 21 days. The opposition's agenda headlines have been eaten by this issue. Point one. But point two, it can also boomerang for the BJP if the general public starts believing that the story doesn't add up. Arvind Kejriwal has clearly made the calculation today with the kind of video he's released that that's what's going to happen. He's going on the offensive. Looking at it politically, what do you say?
Well, Barkha, my view is slightly different, right? Barkha, I feel that Arvind Kejriwal wanted to spend this 21 days like this, right? It is absolutely intentional, and I can clearly see it in all his interactions and counter arguments, Barkha. You pick up any argument of his in the last few days, he has only spoken about 4 points. Whenever you have a camera, he's getting onto campaign mode. He speaks about मोहल्ला clinic बंद कराना चाहते हैं. He speaks about school जो हम दे रहे हैं बेहतरीन शिक्षा वो बंद कराना चाहते हैं. He speaks about बिजली या फ्री में. ये बिजली मोहल्ला clinic और education has never been a topic taken by, has been on, have you insulted or have you assaulted Swati Maliwal? And forget about Swati Maliwal being a woman, Barkha. She's a respected member of parliament. So at least from that point of view, we have no right to say whether she has filed a complaint on day 1 or day 3. It is her choice. She must have thought about it. The end of the day, the fact of the matter is she has made a complaint. She's come out on the TV screen. Unfortunate incident for me, what I see is Mr. Kejriwal, and also let's also not forget, BJP is not a party in Delhi who is struggling to create a political space in Delhi. They have 7 out of 7 MPs consecutively in the last 2 elections. They are the strongest party in the fray in Delhi. They really don't need a narrative to win a Delhi election, right? So it is for Mr. Kejriwal to, yeah.
Briefly, if Arvind Kejriwal wanted this, he couldn't have planned कि वो स्वाति आएगी, फिर लड़ाई होगी, फिर ये होगा, फिर उनके aid arrest होंगे. He couldn't have planned this, right, Anurag?
No. But it goes like this. I would fairly agree on one point. I think BJP in this particular issue has not done a right thing by creating an argument around Swati Maliwal. I think they never. I mean, there was no need for this. I always believe 2 mistakes. This is the second mistake. One mistake is breaking the parties in Maharashtra. BJP should not have done that. And second, they really did not. I mean, there was no need to have this kind of a controversy in the middle of an election, particularly a week before the election. They could have just focused on the campaign and the national agenda. Now look at this kind of screen time and look at the kind of public social space, the debating space, or the information that we are giving to Mr. Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party. So it has become an Aam Aadmi Party versus BJP thing. And that is somewhere that is something Mr. Kejriwal wants to capitalize on. I totally agree. BJP, there was no need for them to do this.
Absolutely. In fact, this is elevated. Okay, this can go 2 ways, Vivek, for Kejriwal. It has either elevated him to the framework that the conversation has become Kejriwal versus Modi. Right now, not Rahul versus Modi, but Kejriwal versus Modi. Anurag says that's exactly what Kejriwal wanted. He gets to play the victim. Can we just mute Vivek while I ask the question, because I think there's some loop back. He gets to play the victim, but he also possibly derives advantage from it. Vivek.
Yeah, Barkha, I think that's an interesting point. What Mr. Anurag says is right, but then it seems that Mr. Kejriwal has decided to brazen it out. I mean, the manner in which he skipped the mention of that incident and the video that he put out, uh, as a challenge to the BJP, it clearly shows that Mr. Kejriwal has decided to brazen it out, much in the same manner as the BJP does when such cases crop up against the BJP. That is exactly what Mr. Kejriwal seems to be doing. But I think he is also aware of the fact that the people will tend to look at this incident in the context of what has been happening against the opposition leaders in general over the last 2 3 years. I mean, the kind of vindictive politics that the BJP is playing against the opposition, Mr. Kejriwal wants to utilize that particular context to put himself in a commanding position. Like he knows that people will tend to look at this also as some kind of a vindictive action right in the middle of the election season by the BJP, and people will not take it. People will tend to take these allegations with a pinch of salt. That is what possibly he presumes, and that is why he doesn't mention the incident at all, and he is only taking a leaf out of the BJP's politics to brazen it out. That is what I feel is Kejriwal's